Adebola and Uzoma. How's it going with you guys? Are we all good? Doing good. Nice.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, doing good. Yeah. All right. So I noticed we had
I
a
enjoyed
class
this
yesterday, and we
smoothie.
had not last week, and we had a guest. First off, let's get reviews from you guys. What do you think about the class we had last week? What would you suggest? Um, would have been the best option for the class, or what did you like about the class? So I'll be picking people. I don't know. I think I saw Adebola in the class last week. Adebola, what do you think about the class last week? Do you think we should invite more people to come give talks like that?
Yeah, I kind of enjoyed the class from last week. Maybe because it's much more practical. I know we had. Okay, let me just put it this way: we had talk about the mood board. She showed us our process of how she goes about creating a mood board. Then she also showed us her process in creating the screens for the app that she was using as an example in the class. And processes like this are kind of like personalized. Even though you watch a YouTube tutorial and everything,
Yeah.
it's always different for different people. But I kind of like our process and how she went about it. So it gives me an insight on, okay, instead of me doing things this way, I can also do it this way, which is my work. So I like the idea of having a
You have two
guest.
scholars.
Everybody's a
Adebola.
professional in
There
their
are two
field,
people
so
that
the
I've
idea
been
of
working
having a
so
guest
much
is
since
cool.
our first
And the
class. This
assignment she
guy
also
and
gave to
whatever
was
they
kind of
are
inspiring. So I
They have
felt like,
been
oh, these are an assignment. Let
I've been
me
like
see what I
we have
can
been
do
noticing
with
them
the
kindly
little I've
because
learned
they're
so far.
always very, very
That's
outspoken.
great feedback. Thank you so much. Gani Baba, I think I saw you at the class too. Can you share your experience with me or with the team? What do
Yeah,
you think
well,
about the class? Yeah.
yeah. So actually, I joined late, but I was really able to, get what she was trying to pass across. It was really insightful, and I appreciate the way she, presented uh, the class. Yeah. So it's nice to have people to come, talk. That's inviting people over, and I appreciate you guys all. Thank you.
All right. That's a great one too. Karina, were you at the class last week? I don't think.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't able to make it last week.
Okay. Do we have any other person in the class last week? Let's just get one more review and then we'll get started with what we have for today. Do we have any other
I
person?
think
I think Aminat was around last week too.
Oh, okay. Haminat. Hi, Haminat. Haminat, can you hear me?
Yeah, please. I'm playing out transit. Like, I don't know.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's fine. We'll just go on without the review. But I might share that later. Okay, that's nice. It's so cool that you guys gained a lot, and because we had a practical class. So the first thing we'll be doing today is doing a portfolio review per se. And basically, what the portfolio review is just checking the works that you have done and the process at which you used in doing your work. So, for the assignments that was given, I don't know if we have people on this call who submitted their assignments uh, via the
do you want
group
one?
chats.
Do you want
Do we
one?
have? So let's go through that
Do you want
first. I
apple?
think I
Do you want
see an assignment from Da Vinci. Is Da Vinci on this call? Not sure.
I don't think so. I'm not sure he's here.
Okay, so let's pick somebody else.
I think there are two people that submitted, right? Yeah, there are two people. Is
Okay.
it hypothesis? I don't know if that's his real name, but that's what I'm seeing on WhatsApp.
That was my assignment.
Oh,
Oh,
Adebola, this is you. That's you, Adebola.
Yeah.
Okay,
nice. So
nice.
let's just go through that. Uh, the hypothesis. Hypothesis. This one is not hypothesis, it's hyper.
Yeah, it's really hyper.
Okay, so let me click on it and then let me share my screen so we can go through it together and see. Please confirm if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Very nice. So this is a prototype. Nice. Now we have a few pages here. So you click next, it goes to the next one. Okay. All right. This looks good. Nice. Login, username. Okay. And register. Now you can forget password with your email or your phone number. That's very cool. Then send code. Now verify, continue, verify. Okay, the bookshelf. Wow, this is amazing. This is really good. Okay, now I can scroll. Yeah, okay. This looks good. Very good, actually. Okay. I would have loved to see the mood board. Is there any way I can see that here?
That's if I send the link to the group right now.
Yeah, please do, please.
Alright. Wait, okay, I think I sent the mood board to the group already. But, or you mean the hard board where I designed the whole thing?
So the mood board. Oh, you shared a picture of the mood board. I think I saw
Yes.
that. Oh, okay. Let me see. All right. I will check that out. Do we have this other guy in here now? So we can check his work out. See, everybody's saying nice on Adebola. That's great. Okay. So the first thing first. I saw so many mood boards, and it's really amazing that we could come up with things like this. But I also want us to always put it in mind what exactly the mood board is for, right? So basically, the main idea of a mood board is to show a collection of what our design is going to comprise of, right? Say, for example, I am trying to design a financial application, for example. So my mood board is the point at which I collect information from um, different inspirations. It could be from Beyonce, uh, it could be from Dribble, it could be from Lapad Design, it could be from different source of inspiration. So my mood board is where I bring all of these things together. And when we say inspiration, it's not just based on maybe what the architecture of the application would look like. It also includes color. It also includes these are the kind of illustrations I want to use. So that's why you see on your mood board, basically what you'll see on your mood board is mostly designs, like inspirations. Then you start to see colors. You start to see inspirations of colors of what you're trying to do. So let's do a little Google search. Say, UX design mood board. So now there's a difference between a general design mood board and a UX design mood board, right? So let's see this. So basically, this is what it looks like. So now I'm trying to create an application, and so let's open. So I'm trying to create an application, maybe a music streaming application, and I want the theme, the colors, the typography of my mood board to copy the same as my design or my real work to copy the same as Spotify, right? What I would do is have a page called a mood board page, right? Now, my mood board page is where I collect different ideas. So I can look out for Spotify music, look out for Apple Music, and I'll look at the colors between them, right? And then start to pick some of these things out. Now, there's a difference between this mood board and a normal design mood board. A design mood board for branding, for interior, for everything is almost the same thing, but with a little difference. Now, basically, like I told you, it's like an inspiration. So, a design mood board, for example, an interior design mood board would comprise of things like the texture of the material you want to use for anything you're trying to build, right? It could also mean the colors. So now, if I'm trying to have a theme of brown and white for my house, my mood board would be most likely brown and white, right? So I have the thought that, okay, at my place, I want my house to be decorated by white and brown and a little bit of burnt orange and all of those things. My mood board is I start to gather ideas, I start to gather inspirations from different homes like that. And I'll bring all of this inspiration into one place. Yeah. So why I'm saying this is I don't want us to make the mistakes of putting our components as our mood board because for many of us we might start to look at our components or our design system as our mood board, right? But our mood board is just supposed to guide us on the kind of way we are supposed to um, design what we are designing, right? Because we now have a team in mind. So that's what our mood board will do, right? So I hope that is clear. So we could move into today's class in full. But before that, let me quickly ask, do we have anybody who does not have design knowledge who had done this assignment? Yeah, who has never touched Figma designs before, who has never done anything on design, and maybe this is just the first class, and who did the assignment? Do we have anybody? Yes, Uzoma. Uzoma, are you there? Hello?
Yes, I'm here with you.
Okay, would you like to share your mood board design? I would love to see it.
I said this is my first class. That was what you asked, right?
Oh, okay. I said, if this is your first time doing design, I mean, in this class, I don't complete the assignment. That's what I would like. Okay,
Sorry.
no problem.
Okay,
I
what's your
think
question?
So I think today is Uzoma's first time. I think he joined from Instagram, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Yes.
welcome.
I got the invite late. I've been trying to join since, but I got the invite late. This is my first class then.
Welcome to designers.
Welcome, Uzoma.
Thank you very much, Lydia.
Okay. So the reason I was asking that question, I don't know if
Yeah, hello?
yeah, you want to mention something.
Yeah, this is actually my first time to joining this, and
Wow, that's nice. We're having so many first timers. That's
Yeah.
very nice. Welcome.
based on design, I started like last week, or yeah, 2 weeks ago. So I'm not that good at it, but I'm willing to learn, and you know, that's all.
Welcome. You're at the right place.
Thank you.
So basically, the main reason for asking that question is so we can know if we have people that have never touched design before, but they were able to do the assignment. They were able to navigate through Figma. Yeah, because I think it will be a big deal. Because our last class was mentioning more of the mood board designs with thoughts that we already know what Figma is and the likes. But so for today, we would go deep dive into Figma. The last time I had a class with everyone, we talked about Figma, right? And we saw how we can use Figma to create some of the UX processes we mentioned, right? So today we're going to the Figma part of it. Basically, we'll talk about the interface. I know the last facilitator mentioned it. I can't remember her name. I'm trying to remember, but the last facilitator mentioned about it, and now we are going to go deep dive into it. So I hope everyone here has a Figma account. If you don't, all you need to do is go into figma.com. That's for Uzoma and Adewale that just joined in. Go to figma.com. Let me see if I can do. So just go. I hope my screen is still visible.
Yes, it is. It's visible.
Alright. There was this thing about joining incognito and your screen not being visible afterwards some time ago. But I think it's fine now. So now, for the new guys, please go into figma.com, or anybody that's not that don't have any idea of Figma, right? Go into figma.com, create an account if you don't have one. All you need to do is sign up, put in your email, put in your password, and click on create account. They would ask you a couple few questions, and all you just need to do is answer. Just genuine answer. Don't. It's nothing serious. So we'll just chill for like 1 minute. I hope we're on our systems while we're doing this. Uzoma and Adinka.
Yeah, I already have that on my system.
Oh, nice. That's nice. How about you, Uzoma? Okay, yeah. All right, so let's just wait for 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm on it. Almost done.
Okay, that's fine. And then for any other person that does not have a Figma account,
Don't be sexual.
Ayadeji, do you have a Figma account? Is this your first time?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
like-
it's my first time.
Nice to have you too.
Also,
Please log into Figma.
yeah, I already did.
Okay, that's nice. Have you registered an account with Figma?
Yeah, so
So how many
first-
okay, that's nice. So you currently have this kind of interface, right?
No.
I want everybody to be at this point. Okay, let's just continue. I hope you guys can meet us while we are here. Done. That's nice. All right. So if we all have Figma, we'll definitely be on the screen, right? For some of us that already understand what Figma is, you don't need most of what we're talking about right now because you can navigate your way around. But for the new ones, which we intend that everybody will be, this is what Figma looks like. You can have your design file here. So this is like you doing the real design, a high level prototype. Right. Then there's a fig jam. This is you having like a whiteboard and diagrams, things like your empathy maps. You want to do your information architecture. You want to do your customer journey maps and the likes. Right. Now this other part here talks about how you can import a file. So now you can import a Figma file. You can import a sketch file or an image file into Figma, and it's going to open as a new page. Now, there are other things you can do. Remember, in the first class, we were talking about some things about what was that again? I can't remember. But we're talking about some things on icons, and then we talked about how it's universal and how you can identify icons even though you do not understand anything on the page. So Figma also has that, and then you can definitely just search for things here and you see some of the design change. So for example, I can search for jet, for example, and it's going to give me the result of what I'm looking for, right? So also if you have a notification, you can see your notifications here, and then click on it and it opens a new page, right? You can also see your profile here. If you have the Figma community, I don't know if everybody has that thing, but if you have a Figma community, you would definitely see it here. You can see your internal profile, which is different from the community profile. Then you would have access to plugins. Basically, what plugins are is they are faster ways to do your work. So, for example, you need to upload images into your files. All you need to do is just use a plugin to generate images, right? So we'll definitely see more images and plugins while we are on the class. Then there's settings. So if you need to do a few things in your Figma files, you can come to your settings. If you want to get email notifications, you can click on this. You want to change your email address, change your password, you want to use it two-factor authentication. And now this is very important. This part is very, very important. You need to download an installer. That's a font installer. Why you need this? So I'm saying this now so we can all start downloading it because I already have it. But the main reason why you need this is so that when you download font as a designer, because Figma comes with some kind of fonts, right? But still, you still need some certain fonts that Figma doesn't have, right? So you can download those fonts locally on your system and then use it on your Figma page. So what enables you to be able to do that is this font installer. So it allows you to use your local font on your own system. Then if you create libraries, you can see your libraries here. If you're in any organization, you can see your organization here. And if you are somebody that connects, if you write code and you need to use Figma API, you can generate a token and use the Figma API, and then you can still delete your account or connect your Behance page to your Figma, right? And then there's the community part. You can change your community name. You can uh, have you can change your community profile basically on your community page, and then your notification, and then plugins. You can see plugins you have installed. Uh, then you can browse other plugins, and then if you need to create one, you can also do that from here. So that's basically what Figma is. To the left part here, basically almost the same thing. You see your recent works, you see your drafts, right? Then you can also explore communities. Basically, what you need to do in your communities, or maybe you need some templates, you can use, you can get some ideas from the communities. And then if you are joining a team, you can see your teams around here. Then in the top part, if you are using Figma organization, that's a verified Figma organization account, you can see some of them here, depending on how many organizations you are currently connected to. So basically, that's it. Do we have any questions so far? If we are following, please drop a chat.
Please, I have just something to say. Like, can you just go back and just show me how to download the fonts? Like, I got lost here.
All right. So let's go to your settings, right? And then all you need to do, I think I'm too fast, but this is it again. So come to the top most part here. You'll see an icon, a drop-down icon beside your initials. You click on it. Click on settings, right? And then scroll down. You'll see download installer. All you need to do is click on it, and it downloads for you. So install Figma agent, right? I do have it already, so I really don't need it. So that's everything you need to do. Is it clear now?
Yes, it is. Thank you very much.
All right. Do we have any other questions before we move on? Okay, cool. So now we are currently on Figma. I want to believe everybody's at this page on Figma too. On your Figma file, you might not see so much as I do have here, but the most important thing you need to click on right now in your Figma file is creating a new design file. And basically, when you create a new design file, this is what pops up. You have your canvas where you get to see the tools you need to design. The good thing about Figma is there's so many things here, and it doesn't look overwhelming compared to what Photoshop looks like. There's so many things you can do with Figma, and the tools that you need to do most of those things are not that much.
Hello?
Right? So it's not even confusing. You can't get lost in Figma. It's
Hello?
very simple, and that's what we call good user
Good
experience.
afternoon.
Because
I beg,
now,
is it alright?
if I'm looking for the pen tool, I know this is where it is. The text tool, this
There's
is
no
where it
fail at
is.
all.
I'm not going. like
Abeg
extremely
is there
everywhere
a way,
before I
is
can
there
see
any
most of these
way we fit
things,
use? I'm
right? So
having a
that's one
meeting. I
good thing
cannot
about
go
Figma.
off. I'm having a
Now,
meeting now.
on this canvas,
Abeg. When we
there's
buy,
a few things you
we
need
go
to
ask for the
also know
person, abeg.
about. Um, I would start from the
Eh?
topmost part. So you have a main menu here, and basically you
And
can go
is
back
there
to your
someone that
files.
have
If
fuel
you
we
click
can
on this
just
go
add?
back
If
to
we
your
buy,
files,
we'll
you'll
give
be
back to the
back
person.
to
I have a
somewhere
meeting.
here,
My laptop is
right?
about to die.
That's for go back to your files. Then your files, you can import
Eh?
new files. Like you want to create a new file, which is what we
Abeg,
did.
check, abeg. I
You
cannot
can
go
create
off. My
new
laptop will
feature
soon die,
file. That is
abeg.
for your
I'm having
UX
an interview
processes.
now,
Now
abeg.
you can create new sketch files. Sketch is also a design tool built mainly for Mac users, right? It's like Figma. So you might get into an organization where they were asked that, do you know how to use Sketch, right? Which is fine also. It's almost the same thing as Figma. So knowing Figma gives you an edge. You might just need to maybe pick up Sketch and then walk through the interface. Now, the other things you can do in your file, you can place an image. And now I want you to notice one thing. For some of us that we're using a Windows device, right? We might see something different here. I use a Mac device, so this icon here or these symbols here are the default. But basically, what they are shortcuts. Yeah. So instead of me clicking, going from here to here to here, all I need to do is click my Shift, Command, and K, and it goes into my file for me to copy, for me to upload an image, right? So that's basically it. So that's like the shortcuts to doing things with Figma. So I can use these shortcuts also. Now, another thing is you can save your local file. So if you are designing, basically what Figma does for you is it syncs your design work to the server immediately, like in few seconds. So if I click Control S, so it tells you that Figma auto saves your work. So if I create a box right now, right, and I go back to this guy, in few seconds I will be seeing the box I created in this part. So let me change the color. So let's see if it has reflected. Not yet. Okay. So, but basically, Figma auto saves your work as fast as possible, so you don't get to lose your work. And then they had also done like a local saving. So what you can do here is you can save it locally. That's you want to save the file locally, and it saves into your folder. So it's not saving on the server anymore. So that's one. And then you can also save to version history. Basically, what saving to version history means is, okay, this is the last. So I'm currently designing. So one good thing about Figma is you can design offline, right? Now, if you say you want to save to your version history, basically you mean I want to go back to some certain things. So I do this, and I do files save to version history, and I put in box, just a red box.